Welcome to the race edit of yesterday's manufacturer's race at Circuit La Sainte-Croix. It was a great race. I had a lot of fun. I like this track. It's a high-speed track. The Aston Martin I'm driving is the perfect vehicle for this when it comes to tire usage as well as the fuel consumption. I did a good qualifying. I had a 120 that put me in the top spot for a while. Then the driver Spartan, he did the 119.8, took the pole position, and what we're gonna see here during the race is a fierce battle between me and an Audi TT, and I'm also gonna do some comparison as to the tire usage that we see between the two cars. So I hope you enjoyed this, and without further ado, let's start the engines. Here we go. Race start. Aston Martin is my car. In front of me I have the Lambo, and behind me I have an Audi TT. Coming into the first turn, we see the Lambo is going wide, and I have the opportunity to get in front of him. The Audi TT takes the opportunity to go on the inside here, and we almost go 3 wide into the turn here. I managed to stay ahead of the race coming into the section where you go downhill, a little S curve before we come into the bridge. So the TT here is right behind me as we come up here on the bridge. He's actually bumping me there. So we have a hot pursuit here of 4 cars. We're starting to pull away a little bit from the pack. And this section here is my weakest section. We see the Lambo behind there was going into the fence. So you see now there's a little bit of distance between number 2 and number 3. And this is a weak section for me, so I'm not getting a very good exit. TT goes out, and on the inside we do a drag race here, but the Aston Martin seems to be, really good on the straight line here. He goes on the inside, but he wisely tries to just tuck in behind me here, try to the slipstream. I try to defend as much as possible here in the last couple of sections of this first lap, last couple of turns. And here I'm pretty strong on these last sections. Still have the Audi behind me, and then the third car there, I think that was a Benz in hot pursuit. As we come in here, starting the first lap, there's only a 0.4 difference between me and the TT as we come in on the second lap. I'm going tight here, try to protect the corner as much as possible. So you see that the first 3 cars we have pulled away from the rest of the pack quite a bit. And I'm just trying to protect, really try to go as clean as I can, don't do any mistakes. And I'm on soft tires, of course, so is the guy behind me, the TT. And we're gonna notice, and I'm gonna show an example in a little bit, on the tire wear between the 2 cars. Still drafting behind me, but not enough to actually be able to do an attack here in this corner. Coming in this section again, I'm not getting a very good exit. So now he's up and drafting pretty close here. Tries to pass, I go on the inside. The Mercedes is drafting behind the TT. But they're not really able to catch me anyway. I'm going inside, and here, so the glowing brake discs from on the Benz TT still right behind me here. And I'm starting to get the rhythm here. I feel good about the race. Try to get as good exit as possible here, and I go really wide. I almost hit the fence there. As we come in, starting the second lap, you can see the starting the third lap, we have a 0.6. So you see I showed the tire wear there between the two cars, and I'm clearly doing better. So now we're in lap 3. So I'm starting to get a little distance to the TT here, and he's struggling with tires. I was checking the actual the replay to see what was going on with him, and he's clearly suffering on the tires already. And I'm doing some good time here. So you see a little bit more of a distance to the TT. And the car feels really good. I don't feel any troubles with the tire wear at this point. And here I do a mistake. I go way wide and I hit the fence. It didn't cause that much of a trouble. As we go into the fourth lap here, we have I'm about a second ahead of him, of the Audi TT in the back there. So on this lap we're gonna see that now he's starting to really struggle with the tires. And as we go in to change the tires here, I'm gonna have another graphic showing the status of the tires, and it's quite remarkable, the difference. Coming down through the S's in front of the bridge. Fun little section. When you find the rhythm in this section, it feels really good when you go through here. Get a pretty good exit. And you see here the TT is struggling. He's way behind now. Going nice and tight around that corner. And my strategy here is to put on hard tires here, obviously, because that's the mandatory tire as we go into the last couple of laps. So I've been running softs and then getting onto getting onto the hards. And I've really been well coached here by Racer 294, who I've been collaborating with. Great guy, helping with strategy and things, and he was actually on the YouTube channel, typing in the comments, pit now. I didn't see it because I didn't have my YouTube comments up as I was doing the drive. But I went in here on the fourth lap, and at the pit stop I was 3.4 seconds ahead of the Audi TT behind me. So we're jumping ahead to lap number 6, because I've been sitting pretty comfortably, and I noticed that all of a sudden the Audi kind of disappeared. I looked at the time delta, and this is what happened. He really banged the wall here and had big troubles with after that collision. So at this point the race was mine. I was 7 seconds ahead, didn't have any issues whatsoever, just tried to drive smart and consistent. So trying to conserve a little bit of tires here in the last, or I'm sorry, the fuel. And we're doing the inside view of the car. I don't know why it's a right-hand driven car on this track. The track is I think it's a fantasy track. There is a Saint Croix. There is such a track, but I looked it up, but it's not a track like this. I think it's like an oval or something. It's up in Quebec in Canada, hence the French clinging name. But there is no track like this. So yeah, you wonder why would they have a right-hand driven car? Who knows? So we're going into the last we're in the last lap here. I'm kind of cruising at this point, 7 seconds to the car behind, and I'm super stoked over this race, how well it developed, strategy worked. Into the last sector here. Just try to be really careful not to do anything stupid. I feel sorry for the Audi that he had that problem there. Otherwise we might have had a little bit more race, although he was really suffering with tires. Here we go over the goal line, doing a little end zone dance, touchdown dance. So thank you for watching this. It was a lot of fun to drive this race, and I hope you enjoyed the race edit, which is shorter than the whole replay. And as you see there also, the crazy stupid head, which he was called, he dropped into 7th place because he didn't put the right tires on. He didn't use the mandatory. So thanks for watching, and like and follow. Thanks.